So, hi everyone. We are back on Coders Daily with another subject matter expert, that is Aman Gour. So, he is here with us today to explain us all the different corporate job fields in pharma sector, and he'll be joining us shortly. Aman, please can you turn on your camera and say hi?
Hi everyone. Hi Bakari. How are you?
I'm great. What about you?
I'm fine.
Okay. So this is a very special colleague and a very dear friend, Aman Gour. He is currently working in IQVIA as a pharmacovigilance scientist. And so he is our subject matter expert for today, who's going to talk about pharmacovigilance and explain you about all the different fields that you can work in after you B.Pharm and M.Pharm degree. So over to you, Aman. Please introduce yourself to everyone.
Hello Mitali. And first of all, I would like to thanks to provide me an opportunity to explain myself. And I'm working in a IQVIA as a safety associate, and of course, some other companies it is a pharmacovigilance scientist. The designation differs in the different organizations. And currently, I'm working in IQVIA, and my job role is as a ICSR case processor, and I'm working in pharmacovigilance department for the safety.
Okay. So thank you, Aman, for that. Now we would like to know about your degree time, your B.Pharm and M.Pharm courses. How have you done, from where and everything? And how was your journey during college? Can you please share that?
Yeah, of course. I graduated from Rajasthan University of Health Science, which is in Jaipur, and I done my B.Pharm from there. Post that, I moved to Bhopal, which is a state university, RGPV, State University of Bhopal, and there I pursued my M.Pharm in pharmaceutics. And later on, I moved to the Geon Life Sciences, which is an R&D, and where I was working as a formulation scientist. Later on, I moved to the IQVIA as a safety associate training, and currently I'm working as safety associate in IQVIA itself.
Okay. So, Aman, as you've mentioned that earlier you were working in the core pharma industry as a R&D scientist, and then you've moved to PV and the corporate sector. So, can you tell our listeners and people who are watching that why did you feel that there was a requirement to shift from core pharma industry to the corporate pharma industry? What were your reasons?
Yeah. Actually, in my case, there was a circumstances which forced me to move to the pharmacovigilance. As you know me very personally, I was a core research mind person, and I worked in RGP with a very prestigious projects and all. But
Yes.
later on, because of this pandemic issues and due to some family pressures and all, I have to leave my job and I have to come back to my hometown. And later on, I was thinking that I should move again to the industry, but when I was searching about the pharmacovigilance and somewhere in my mind that I would like to be in a corporate world, so I thought that I should give a chance because this is the field for which I was thinking of, when I just graduated in 2016. I was searching that I should go into the pharmacovigilance, but due to the lack of awareness and lack of the opportunity, I couldn't made it. So I thought I got a chance from IQVIA and let it be and let it don't waste it. So I thought I should try this. And meanwhile, I was thinking that I should be in a corporate, and different things are also in my mind that how I should design my career in corporate. So I thought that I should give a chance to the pharmacovigilance, and I'm here.
Okay, that's great. So, since you have told us how and what are the reasons why you made this shift, I want to ask you, truly tell us that how different is your life from the core pharma industry, and how is that changed? How is it changed in the corporate? Like, how is your work-life balance and how things have changed for you personally and professionally also? Yeah.
Yeah. To be honest, R&D is having a different and entirely different mindset. And when you shift to the corporate side and shift to the pharmacovigilance especially, then it will leads to a different mindset. It require a different mindset. You cannot be a that kind of research analyst and kind of person in this corporate field, and you cannot be that kind of I can say that you need a proper mindset that you will be in a corporate world. You are cooperating with your team. You are cooperating with the world where you are working. You are in a this is the entire different field. The typical I can say pharmaceutical jobs and like formulations and analytics and all. This is the entire different field, and yeah, I'm enjoying.
Right, exactly. So, since you have brought this thing that it is entirely different, from the core pharma industry. So, don't you think that pharmacovigilance, as it is not taught as a basic subject in B.Pharm degree, as you also know, like in any of the semesters, we just read about pharmacovigilance in pharmacology, chapter 4 of KDT, adverse drug reactions. That's it. And that is all we know as a pharma graduate about adverse events. And we don't know exactly that there is a whole different career option present, where you can use it as an applied science. So, what do you think about that? Like how we can bring, a change into this?
Yeah, actually, Mitali, you are very right about this issue. There is a lack of awareness, which I earlier mentioned that in my early phase of my career in 2016, I was thinking that there is a field which is called as pharmacovigilance, but never I have met any person in my contact list to which I can, to whom I can explain myself, I can gain some knowledge, I can get some things about this field. So I dropped the idea that time. So if I move to that field in 2016, then it would be very much change at which position I am. So yeah, the lack of opportunity cost me almost 5 years. So this is what actually the industry we are losing, that the person who actually belongs to that place and he can come at the place at earlier because of the lack of awareness and all, they are coming very late in this field.
Right,
So
exactly.
this is the
Yeah.
lack of opportunity we are having in and this can be improved by including this as a subject as a core subject in our curriculums. So yeah, it is a need to think from the side of our authorities that education in this sector should be given in the pharmaceutical sciences. And
Right.
because of this lack of things, and yeah, there are several courses are available by which you can move to this field. These courses are also very helpful, but still if a pharmacy graduate person is there, then we should expect that person that the person should aware
Right.
about the adverse drug
And
reaction and also
actually, if you
monitor.
look at the corporate industry scenario, you only require B.Pharm or M.Pharm degree or PharmD to join as a pharmacovigilance scientist or any pharmacovigilance coordinator in any companies, any CROs or any core pharmacovigilance companies who provide QPPV and all to different client companies. So there is no other requirement of any diplomas or any other degree courses. Just you have done your B.Pharm and M.Pharm and you have your pharmacy license. That is sufficient and that is enough, I believe. Because we look at LinkedIn every day and we see there are different job descriptions and all the requirements and prerequisites of this job. So from this video, we just want to tell you guys that there is no as such requirement of doing any other course. All you need to do is get ready for the pharmacovigilance interview, and you need to be prepared like a nursery student who first time goes into a school and has to give an interview. He must know the names of months and the names of days, and a little bit of counting and ABC. So just like that amount of knowledge you need for procuring a job in this field, and that is the only thing that an interviewer is looking for. And then once you enter the industry, the corporate pharma industry, they actually teach you from the very beginning and very deeply provide you the knowledge of pharmacovigilance. So all you need to know is just the basics and a little bit of advanced details about pharmacovigilance. pharmacovigilance. So, Aman, as we decided that we will be sharing some of the interview questions also in this video for for cracking pharmacovigilance interviews, can you please share some of the interview questions that you have experienced and tell the people?
Yeah, I would like to do this. Uh, for the interview purpose, first, to be honest, there is no, I can say, fixed questions. It cannot be, any question cannot be fixed in interview. It's a rapid fire kind of
Of
thing.
course, of
But
course.
still,
Yes.
first of all, I would like to advise all the people who are willing to join this field that just prepare the mindset first that you are coming to the corporate world, you are coming to the pharmacovigilance department. So just prepare that what actually pharmacovigilance team requires in a particular person and what they actually do. So yeah, in in terms of interview, I can say first of all you should know about what is the adverse drug reaction, which is a very much I can say basic questions they ask.
Basic question, right?
Yeah,
Very
and
much
first
basic.
and
Yes.
the second, and I can say the most important thing is that you should know about the basic clinical trial models, basic clinical trial, how clinical trial going on, and how regulatory authorities are involving in monitoring the patient safety and
Right.
why the patient safety is important. So, like I cannot, I'm not telling that exact question, but these
Right.
questions are framing around these particular things, that
Yeah.
patient safety,
So
how
you're
patient
just
safety is affecting now,
yeah. So you're
how
just touching
patient,
on the topics that need to be covered,
yeah,
and a person, any child who is a fresher and is trying to procure these jobs should know about these basic details regarding
yeah,
pharmacovigilance.
exactly,
Yes, definitely.
exactly, because it's not possible to read the mind of interviewer, but
Right. Of
to be
course, we
honest, it is
cannot
very
predict the
possible, yeah.
questions. Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's possible that how you actually what I faced many of interviews, and what
Mhm.
I noticed that when I started getting success in the interviews, when
Yes.
earlier I was not aware about that, but I
Mhm.
can I can share my experience that yeah, you are the person who bring the interview in your hand
Yeah,
just by
definitely.
putting the things which you are know very much.
Yes,
Just put
exactly.
the things in front of interviewer what you know the best. You know the best. So the basic things is add some keywords in resume. They will ask from the particular keywords from your resume that you what you are presenting to them. Actually you are aware about it or not. So
Right. Exactly.
you just need a basic overall experience of adverse drug monitoring, adverse drug reactions, and what is the difference between causality, what is the causality, what is the difference between ADR and adverse event, and these basic things. You can
Right.
just Google
Exactly.
it and you can get the things. There is no such thing, but you have to be very confident and you have to be very thorough with your concepts. This is the basic requirement that you should be thorough with the concept. What you are speaking, you should have a very strong rationale behind this.
Right, exactly. So, guys, as Aman has told, it is in your hand what you're talking, what you're answering to the interviewer, and you can take the interview in your direction, the direction that you desire, and the answers that you already know. You can talk about only those and take the because like it's a rapid fire, just like Aman said. So, whatever question comes first, and the way you answer it, the next question will be hidden in your answer itself. So it's your responsibility to very carefully choose your words when you're giving your answers in the interview. And then, sky's the limit. You can chase the interviewer to your direction. So as Aman, you have discussed about the interview questions also. Now I want you to tell our watchers that why you think that pharmacovigilance is a field that should be pursued in life, because they have understood the fact that this field exists. They also know that how to procure, how to get the questions, how to read about it. Now I want you to give them a sense of tiny guarantee of how promising pharmacovigilance is as a career option. So please tell us about that.
Yeah, this is a quite tricky question actually, I can say,
Yeah. Please.
because I cannot explain that how you are choosing the field, but I
Mhm.
can assure you that whatever field you are choosing in the industry, whether it is a core pharmaceutical industry, whether it is a corporate industry in terms of pharmacovigilance, aggregate reporting, and different fields are there. But yeah, if you are a person with a mind of exploring new things, if you are a person who believes that you should grow exponentially and you are not limited particular thing, you are not limited to particular thing that yeah I have chosen that my career as a QA person or as a QC person, so I will move forward with that particular thing. I am taking the example. So if you are not the kind of person, then you must try the pharmacovigilance, because this is the entry field in this particular corporate side. You just need to be enter first. Post that, there is no limitation where you will work. To be honest, there is no such kind of such things that entire life you will going to process the cases, entire life you are going to do aggregate reporting and these things. You you have the capability. If you have the capability, there are several things, several new things you can explore in your career. So yeah, if you are having a mind of mind to explore things, if you believe that you should try new things in the world and get some expertise, then you can try this field, and I assure you that you will not regret after coming to this field. Yeah,
Right.
there is other promising fields as well, but as I am in this field, I can guarantee about this.
Yeah. So as Aman is telling, guys, pharmacovigilance is not only about case processing or data entry or causality assessment and all these things. After a certain period of time, when you have spent in this industry, in the pharmacovigilance industry, you know, with gradual increasing experience, you can shift to different teams which are specializing in literature case processing, in E2B case processing. You can become a signal detection specialist. You can be an ATMF specialist. You know, you have different kinds of roles that you can play. You can be an junior data analyst, or you can, become different kinds of special officers or specialists in this career, with your increasing experience and with the time of amount of time that you spend in this industry. So Aman, my next question would be, like, we have told them about how promising this field is, so they are going to join it and they are going to, try to pursue it, or at least look at it as an option, right? Because earlier they were not even considering pharmacovigilance as an option, but I'm sure after watching our video, they will definitely think about it after their B.Pharm and M.Pharm degrees. So I want to ask you that where do you think that this field can take them after 5 years or after 10 years in their career?
Yeah, uh, this is the field of expertise. First of all, I would like to say, as much as you get the expertise, you will get as much as the opportunities. So no one can guarantee where you will be at after 5 years. But yeah, if you have expertise in your hand, if you have a challenging mindset that yeah, I will work in a challenging atmosphere, I will grab the opportunities, and if I did not get the opportunities, I will create the opportunities. If you have that kind of attitude, then definitely after 5 years or 10 years, um, this can be a proper skill for you. So basically, I can say like after 5 years, you can be a person who don't regret, who will not regret about this field.
Right,
I
exactly.
cannot say nothing more than this.
Okay. So I would like to add to Aman's saying, as he is a very dear friend. So I think I can complete his sentence. But I believe, after joining this field in pharmacovigilance, that first thing, just like Aman said, you will not regret choosing this career option. Second thing that I want to add here is that you will become something, which will lead you to a place where you are sitting in an industry with a job that is secure, first of all, which has lots of corporate benefits. Then you can also have, a decision making post, soon, it's like you can switch your teams, you can switch internally within the different teams. You can be a mentor, you can be a coach, you can be a trainer who actually teaches the new joinees or the freshers or lateral hires about the case processing and the different scenarios of case processing in the pharmacovigilance field. So there are a lot of different options to explore, and I am I can guarantee you, I can assure you that this is a very promising field to choose as a career option. Aman, anything else you want to add, or your end note, your message to all the listeners and all the watchers? Can you just sum it up about pharmacovigilance? How do you feel about it? Can you just tell us?
Yeah, but one thing which I observed change when I came to this field, what I observed that it will give a social respect first of all, which is very much important.
Of
If
course.
this field will give you a decent amount of money, take home money, as compared to the same experienced person who are working in a different other fields in the pharmaceutical sciences. After doing a graduation in pharmaceutical sciences, you will have a promising salary, you will have a decent work atmosphere where you work, and you will have a better social life. Actually, you are working. If what I was missing when my in my industry life, that I was working in a remote areas. I was working in a different locations. I was in Himachal. So
Right, I remember that.
later
Yes.
on, yeah, later on, at the point of time, the person with the uh, how the circumstances are changes, how the things are changes. A person of a young age would like to be in a particular city to enjoy their life when they start earning. So if a person believes to have some fun in their life and have a little bit, I can say that if you want to enjoy your life, then you should explore this field. And
Of
no
course.
doubt that in terms of pay scale, every field will give every each and every field will give you a pay scale, a decent pay scale after a certain amount of time, and you will not feel that much of significant difference in a field after 10 to 15 years. So I would like to say that all my juniors that just don't get bothered about salaries, pay scales, and all. Just get bothered about expertise. The industry demands expertise. If you have experience, if you have expertise, you will always be in demand. And if you are not having expertise, if you are not having experience, proper experience, and if you are not particular about your work, then in whatever field you are, whether you are in pharmacovigilance, whether you are in research and development, you cannot do. So this is what I can say in my end note.
Right, exactly. So he is trying to quote the Three Idiots dialogue. Success
Yeah.
के पीछे मत भागो. So yeah, success तुम्हारे पीछे खुद आएगी, expertise के पीछे भागो, and try to learn your subjects, try to learn your core details about whatever field you want to join. Try to consider the corporate field, try to consider pharmacovigilance and other corporate fields. This video is highly subjected to pharmacovigilance because we both are working in that field. But we do have other corporate fields in pharma sector which are very, very hidden. I would say HEOR is there, then CDM is there, then medical underwriting,
Yeah,
medical
yeah,
writing,
Mitali,
narrative
actually,
writing.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry I'm interrupting you.
yeah, it's okay.
One thing which I
Yeah.
can add on here,
Mhm.
that yeah, after entering this field, few companies such as I can tell about my company, like IQVIA is offering internal job postings as well.
Okay.
I'm sure TCS is also doing the
Of
same thing.
course, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
and
TCS
the
also has that.
companies which are involved in this particular sector, they are offering to the internally, they are offering you to grow internally. Internally,
Right.
you can grow in a different field. So you are, as I already mentioned, that you are not limited to any work after coming to the field. This is a broad field. No one is going to limit you. You have your own wings and you have your own sky.
Right, exactly. So basically, what Aman wants to say here is that internally within your own company, also, if you do not like a particular corporate field, you can switch internally. All these CROs, have different fields, different corporate work fields that you can switch into internally. So you don't need to worry about learning any particular field and worry about how will I switch or how will I grow in this particular career. If you're not comfortable with any particular thing that you're doing, you can immediately switch and learn and grab different opportunities. So I guess that is all for today, Aman. Although I never like to hang up on you and never like to stop talking to you, because there is so much that I have learned from Aman, guys. When we met first time, we were in M.Pharm, and he was always ready to help, and he has helped me during my thesis a lot. So thank you for that. And Aman, thank you for coming today and talking to us, talking to all our pharmacy juniors, and sharing your knowledge, sharing your experiences, good and bad experiences, honestly, so that they can wisely decide and pursue this as a career option and choose whatever is best for them. And thank you for taking out time on a Saturday, because I know that it's a 5-day working week, guys, in corporate, and nobody likes to work on Saturday. So Aman has given us time on Saturday. So thank you so much, Aman, for joining us. So that's it for today, guys. Do watch, like, share, and subscribe our video if you like it. Okay, so bye-bye from Coders Daily. And we will be back soon with another expert. Bye.